How y'all doing, amen? I guess this community is also not going to talk about the stuff they put in the water out here last year, amen. These organizations, they put stuff in the water, amen, out here. And the people that knew about it, they were able to go and get bottled water. They went and got water from the machine. But they didn't tell everybody, so they had everybody out here drinking this water that they contaminated, amen. They ain't going to talk about that, are they, amen? Of course they're not, amen. They're not going to talk about that. They're not going to talk about trafficking people's organs. They're not going to talk about being in the sex and human trafficking, child trafficking, pedophilia, amen. They're not going to talk about that. They're not going to talk about sacrificing animals. They're not going to talk about none of that, amen. They're not going to talk about the fraud that they're doing, tax fraud, corruption, illegally. They're not going to talk about they got people in the Social Security office, amen. They're not going to talk about they have people in the banks, amen. They're not going to talk about they have people in the military, amen. They're not going to talk about that they have people in every single place out here, amen, doing this stuff, amen. And they're not going to talk about that, amen. Right? Of course not, because then they'll go to jail, right, amen. They're not going to talk about the mail fraud. They're not going to talk about none of that, amen. But they're going to want to try to hem up somebody that is trying to do the right thing for the community, amen. Amen. No, they're not going to talk about that. Because the one thing that's trying to do the right thing for the community is blowing this shit wide open, amen. Go figure, amen. Go figure. I just wanted to talk about that, amen. You have a blessed day, amen.